Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
Aww, version. But
Mm-hmm.
Twitch keeps going on to like this default like ad thing or like the. Alright, love you, bro.
All right,
Zan
love
will
you
be
too,
back
dude.
soon.
All right,
Alright, say hi to the fam.
we'll
Mwah.
do. Double kill. Exhaust filtered opinion and see how.
No launcher.
Aren't you?
Oh.
Yeah. You're on Gunbroker, aren't you?
No.
He's had surgery on his eyes. You know he got his knee replaced, right?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Okay. Right. But I show that to my kids, dude. Freaking mini pay. Honestly, dude, the man is fucking almost 70 and he looks like he's like 50 something.
Because fucking Chinese people don't age. Or Taiwanese people.
Right? You know what they say? Actually, you know that.
You just look young
See,
until one
like-
day you look old.
No, like this is what's gonna happen with, I know for me, and it's probably gonna happen for you too. But like you're gonna look fucking great until a certain point, and then 3 days later you're gonna look like shit. Like you're just gonna rapidly age over the course of a week.
What is, man? That's how all Asian people are. It's like they're good, they're going and going. Boom, fucking Skeletor looking motherfuckers.
Right. Or fatty old wrinkled ball
Well, I
sack.
already have that first part done.
Me too.
Food's not burning. I'll be right back.
All right. All right, we're just gonna drop here. Wow!
Oh. So are we gonna have to end up having the surgery at some point?
Huh?
Are we gonna have to end up having that surgery?
I don't know, dude. Maybe.
I wonder if I can have the surgery right now. Give me round eyes.
Nah, round eyes are overrated, dude.
Air Force Base. And I told him I wanted contacts. So this is the whole deal. I ran my insurance, paid for it all. They said, hey, you know this room over here, they're going to give you your contacts and they're going to show you how to put it in. I shit you not, when I walk in there, she said, are you Mr. Gonzalez? I was like, yeah, I am. She goes, oh, I was expecting a Hispanic man. I was like, well, I'm Hispanic Asian. She goes, well, that's what I was scared of. She goes, your people's eyes are a nightmare to put contacts in. They just don't fit right. Your eyes are too slanted. Word for word. She fucking told me.
Straight up,
Word
like
for
point
word.
blank.
And I was like, what the fuck? How the fuck can you say that to me? Then next time she made me put it in, she was 100% right. I'll never wear contacts. It is so fucking hard to pull my eye back when it's in fucking full slant mode and get that motherfucker in there. Pain in
Dude,
the ass.
I've actually tried like, you know, the colored contact lenses to, you know, like change my eye color and shit just for fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, that fucking shit sucks balls. I've tried, I've given up.
And another thing too, I found this out too. Do we have really slanty eyes? I really don't know. I started working with Vietnamese people. The Vietnamese people make fun of me because I have really slanted eyes, and their eyes are more open than mine. Never knew that, so I started working with Vietnamese people.
Huh. I don't know about that, dude.
I don't know, like my baseline, like I only Asian friend ever growing up was Filipino. and like it was all I ever had. But his eyes were fucking real open. I don't know. There's some. I'm learning more racist shit about more Asian people than I thought I ever would working for the government.
Oh shit! There's a guy behind me. I didn't see him. Blech.
It's been a crazy trade-off working for the government, man.
Yeah.
The kids don't wear glasses, right?
Mini Panda did for a little while, but the truth was like, the doctor told her that like, you know, it's up to you whether or not you want to give her glasses or not. And Lulu was like, you know what, she needs, let's give her glasses so she, you know, we make sure that her vision stays maintained. But the fact is she didn't need glasses. The last time she had her vision checked, she had like perfect 20/20.
Did I ever tell you how I found out I needed glasses?
So
until like 5th grade, I was outside. It's weird. It is all my schools, they went in alphabetical order by seats by first name, not by last name.
Oh, so you're like next to last or last.
Yeah, I was like the last fucking kid, like every time. Like I went to an all-white country school, like no one's names. It close were a fucking X. There's like Samuel, Jared's, fucking some bullshit like that.
Yeah, it's like so literally the closest thing to you is going to be like a Victor.
Yeah. So I was sat in the back of the class, and as long as I can remember as a kid, I always had problems seeing. So I would sit down in the class, I would have to squint my eyes really bad to read the board when the teacher was teaching.
Oh my God.
So this went into like 5th grade, where one day my new teacher, she was like, and she was a younger lady, she was like, Zion, are you having problems seeing? I was like, no. I was like, I gotta see it's not by squinting my eyes like this. Well, she thought that was really weird. She said, do you need glasses? I said no, and of course my mom didn't know either. Well, she had called my teacher the year before and asked her, hey, have you noticed that Zion has issue seeing in the back?
The night before drinking, and I wound up getting back from Mexico, and I had to finish writing this paper, so I stayed up all night writing this fucking paper, right? And then the next day, I'm in my favorite professor's class. His name was Dr. Butler. And I had already basically learned all the shit that he had taught my class. Like, everything that he lectured about, I already fucking knew, right? So I'm sitting there in class, and I had a cap on. I used to wear this white Quicksilver ball cap.
Yeah.
And I had my head down, and I would just prop a fucking pencil up to make it look like I was writing. And you know, the first time that it happened, Dr. Butler, like, I was sitting there, I fell asleep, and Dr. Butler was like, he asked me a question about Rousseau. And I was just like, oh, okay, so yeah, Rousseau and the idea of the noble savage, blah, 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 blah. I spat it off some bullshit that I knew from like a class that I'd taken previously. And he was like, okay, yeah, you bring up a good point. So, you know, whenever we talk about Rousseau, blah, 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 blah. The second time I was sitting there, again, sleeping, he was like, are you asleep? And I'm like, no, sir, I'm Asian. My eyes are always like this. He shut right the fuck up.
There's many times. It's a good one.
Yeah, dude, he shut right the fuck up and just like let me be. I'm just like, yeah, that's what's up.
It's our yellow privilege.
Right? It really is, though, if you think about it.
Speaking of us, I think I want to get LASIK. I've always hated wearing glasses. But if I take my glasses off, I look super Asian. My glasses are on, I look a little more Mexican. I don't know how it works. I've just been told this my whole life.
I mean, I don't know.
like my Superman. Take my glasses off and on. I look like different people.
Speaking of such, did you watch the new Superman movie?
I have not. I'm not real big on going to movie theaters. There's a way for stuff to come out on like Hulu or HBO or ran on Amazon.
Yeah.
Is it any good?
It was okay.
Who played Superman? Was it Henry Cavill? Was it?
No, his name's David Cornswit.
See, I think it's hard to beat Henry Cavill playing the Superman. I actually really enjoyed him.
I
playing
did too.
Superman.
I did too, actually. A lot
He
of
has
people.
a lot of stuff.
So here's the problem with like the Henry Cavill Superman versus,
The one now.
no, versus like Christopher Reeves.
What is the Wi-Fi just shit out?
Hold on a sec. Henry Cavill, his Superman was kind of dark. You know, like there's a lot of moral ambiguity there when it came to him as Superman. And everyone used to bitch about how, no, Superman is pure. He's like the epitome of the American dream, and you know
Yeah, being able
the
to immigrant and soak up our benefits.
you said it, not me.
Continue.
But yeah, that was the problem. That basically, like, Henry Cavill's Superman was too gritty, and everybody else talked shit about it. That's really what it breaks down to.
I don't know. I like Henry Cavill as an actor. Like when he was playing The Witcher, I really enjoyed The Witcher when he was playing. But now they're talking about making a TV show for Warhammer 40K.
Got him, bitch. Oh, thank you, Roxy. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Were you streaming or were you just hanging out? I only had 2 fucking kills that game.
This shit's crashing.
Yeah, I
There
know.
goes back.
How many kills have I had tonight? 5, 11, 17, 21, 23.
But yeah, that fucking 22 I got is fucking sick. I got a lot of weird looks when I took it to the indoor range.
Oh, okay. So wait, how did you get the? Because you have to have a certain FFL to be able to have like a full auto pistol, right?
Incorrect. So that is not full auto. That is a force reset trigger.
Oh, so basically it's a bump fire on a pistol.
Oh yeah. So it's really that piece for that pistol. So there's a company here in Oklahoma that I've talked to the people at, and I asked questions about it. They're actually out of Blackwell, Oklahoma. It's called Freedom Finger Triggers. And all it is little fucking piece for a trip bar. You just install it. It takes like 10 minutes. And it allows, every time you pull a trigger, it doesn't allow the trigger to reset, but it forces the trigger itself forward. So when you're holding, it's firing, but your finger's moving at just an extremely fast rate. Like you couldn't even notice.
Yeah, it's just like fucking a vibrator on a clip.
Yeah, pretty. Same thing. If you could find it. I took that thing to the fucking range. I had told those dudes in there, this is so funny. I had told them, I was like, hey, I had some force reset triggers, and when I was coming in, I heard you guys had some people near shooting pretty fast. Is that cool with you guys? And there's some younger dudes too. They're like, oh yeah, man, you're cool, man. We changed our rules. As long as you tell us, yeah, you're good, man. Just don't shoot the roofs. Keep it down range. Keep it in control. It's like, cool. It's a 22. So I go in there. I got two guys. I had a guy I worked with, and his father-in-law. I did like a small little handgun course with him to teach him how to shoot a little bit. And I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna shoot this thing real quick. So there's like 7 bays. Every bay is full of people. And I load that thing up, and it's just a little 22. Like, I see people looking at me. They have like $1,000 Glocks. They have HK pistols. Like, they have expensive stuff. I pulled this little fucking 22.
Gross.
Well, I racked that motherfucker. It's a Taurus too. It's a Taurus 22. Like, it's cheap. Well, I had picked that thing up, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna fire it. And literally within like a second, it fired 23 rounds. Like, and I looked back, and all those people in that range had stopped shooting and looked at me, and were laughing and talking. They were all like, talking with me and joking. I was like, oh yeah, man, that's what it is. There's nothing anything about it. I turn around. There's windows there so that people can see there who work there. And they said, hey, come here. I was like, ah, fuck, I'm getting kicked out. Yeah, I'm getting kicked the fuck out. So I go out there and go, hey man, I told you I had this trigger. You know, you said it was okay. You know, if there's a misunderstanding, it won't happen again. And they're like, no, man, you're not in trouble. What the fuck is that? That's so cool. So I had all these people this fucking range. Cause like, man, if you don't want to shoot, it's 22. Come blast away. So I had like 15, 20 people coming into my fucking lane, shooting the shit out of this fucking 22.
Because it's a 22, dude. It's not like you're, you know, shooting a 9mm or something.
Yeah, it's cheap. I mean, fuck, I can buy 1,000 rounds of 22 for $100. I'll blast that shit away all day. And there were so many people talking. And like at the end of the day, when I was leaving, I was talking to some of the people up there. They offered me a job. Like, hey man, do you looking for a job right now?
Huh.
I was like, no, I'm not. I'm like, I've already worked in this game before too, man. I don't want to do like, I can't afford to work in guns anymore. It's just, it's don't make enough money, and I spend too much money. It was cool though. I'll bring it out next time I go up your way.
Mm-hmm.
I think in total, I bought it on a deal from PSA, and then bought the trigger too. So with everything, shipping, handling, transfer fees, and everything with it, I think I've got out like roughly about $530. Which is, and you know me, that's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap for me.
You just need to get in here, grab some loot. Ooh, a Fury, yes please. Gimme, mommy. Run away, you whore. Oh, swim around, take this ammo. What is that?
But it was about the podcast. We got kind of off track about that. I'm down, but I do have to be careful about things I say because I did sign a form because I work for the government that I can't say certain things.
Okay. So wait, what can't you say?
I can't go around like, I hate the government. Like, I'm not saying crazy
No.
like that. But, I do represent an organization. I doubt they'll ever figure out, put two and two together, but just in case on my part. Last thing he had called him some fucking colonel's office, him pull a clip from Twitch.
Imagine.
That'd be
Although I
my
don't think anyone would ever be able to
That'd be
tie.
my fucking luck.
I don't think they would tie like your Twitch name and your Discord name to you. That's pretty fucking hard to do. Although it is the government, so.
Talking about the government, yeah. I was talking about the government. Okay. I always want to do podcasts. I like talking about things. I like talking to other people about things who are a different side of the pole. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's like educational and like a debate. Like I don't want to tell someone, hey, you stupid motherfucker, like this, you're fucking wrong. Like that gets no point anywhere.
No.
If you feel a certain way, you feel a certain way. I just want to understand why you feel it.
You know what? And I agree with that. But see, here's the thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It doesn't have to be political. It doesn't have to be talking about like any type of politics in itself. Like we literally just talk about the state of the world and what's going on right now. And you can sit there and say, you can make references to, I don't know, Trump this, Kirk that. You can make references to all this stuff. But ultimately, it's not about, it's about ideas. What's that old saying about people that are of small mind talk about people? People of greater minds talk about ideas. That's exactly what it is. Like I'm talking about just an exchange of ideas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I like about it. I'm pretty middle on a lot of things.
I am too. Like I come off as highly conservative. Like a lot of people think that I'm just like this conservative fucking piece of shit, as a lot of people would refer to it. But it's like Chris Rock used to say. He's like, when it comes to fiscal responsibility and not spending money on bullshit things, I'm conservative. When it comes to prostitution, I'm liberal.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at, dude.
I personally, this is how I feel about a lot of things. I personally don't care about anything you think otherwise. As long as you believe that you can live your life, I can live my life without interfering in a major way and protecting kids. That's personally me. That's personally me.
And see, that makes perfect sense to me.
But what makes sense to me and you, someone somewhere else is like, oh, that's dumb. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can make 100% logical sense and be like, oh, that's stupid.
And we could.
But if someone was to say that we have a poor mindset of something, I would want them to debate me why they think it's poor. I don't hear them just say like you're stupid. You're stupid. You know what I mean? It's not getting anywhere.
No, it's really easy to say stuff like, oh, you're stupid. I don't agree. Like, I'm more interested in hearing why you feel that way.
I'm not an educated person. I didn't go to college. My state's ranked 50th in education. I'm a wrench monkey. I just turn bolts. I don't come from anything higher than that. But if you feel like you are some way more intellectually intact more than I am, I hope you can prove it or defend yourself. I actually had one class in high school that I did really well in. Like I even got like a bunch of awards for, and it was fucking political science and debate. And I just argue with other people. And I just enjoyed it.
And see, I completely agree with, like, okay, I love debate, and actually that was the kind of thing about. So here's what happened that people didn't like about Charlie Kirk, and I know I'm about to get political, and that's a big no-no. But Charlie Kirk, here's what he did. He literally walked up to people. He showed up on a stage and said, "You there, argue with me." And he would talk to you. Like, I love doing that to people on a personal level because, you know, I've always said that I can make a Republican question their sexuality, and I can make a liberal person question their political views. And that literally comes down to the fact that every single political party, every single belief, they're interconnected with another belief or party. Like, there's overlaps there that people refuse to recognize. For example, okay, Zion, you grew up in a Hispanic family, right?
Yeah.
What is the most fundamental, most rooted, most important, most basic concept? What is the most important thing when it comes to a Latino point of view in terms of what is important to them?
I mean, if that was the case, you like my basic point of view is family. Family.
Exactly. Family. And from that stemming out, let's talk about the next thing. Is in terms of beliefs and in terms of, you know, what you think is going to happen when you die based on your actions in this life, and you know, the relationships that you have. Who is the most important figure that is in that belief system, other than your parents, your grandparents, and everything? You know, outside of that, what did you believe was important? Where did you go?
I mean, are you talking about like for religion as like the Catholic Church?
Yes.
Because that's the big thing about it too, though. You know, Hispanics are very traditional in every way.
Mm-hmm.
There's very, very few people who are Hispanic that kind of veer off, and if they do veer off, they eventually return.
Right. So now we have talked about family, and we have talked about religion and faith in Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So those are two things that we're not talking about. Let's talk about the third thing. All right. Do you believe the government spends too much money, or the government is too powerful, and the government needs to step back and do less?
No, absolutely.
Okay. So now we're talking about political conservatism. We're talking about people that are, they believe that the government needs to do less and give the power back to the people, right?
Yeah.
All right. So by those four factors alone, you can take a look at it and says, those are the keystones of the Republican platform. You have faith, you have family, you have fiscal responsibility, and you have ultimately a belief in a conservative spending package. All right, but on the flip side of that, let me ask you another question. Do you think that the government should step in when local police, state police, and well, let's just go with local police, county police, and state police step in. If those three entities step in, and the government, the federal government has to look at it and go, whoa, 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 you guys fucked up. Do you think that the federal government should step in if the state police fucked up?
So, give me an example. Are you talking about the LA riots recently?
Sure, let's go with that.
I'm gonna say my honest opinion is I do not agree with that. It should be the state's right to activate a national guard, not the government's.
Okay.
Because again, you're taking this back to people now. It's different. You know what I mean? It's different when the state says something. The state says something, goes, okay, this is an emergency. But then when you're forcing a hand of someone who's in charge of all the states, they don't know the political climate of that state necessarily. I think it's kind of an overreach, in my opinion. I know there's certain things like natural disasters and stuff like that, but for riots and stuff, I think it's a little bit too much, because then you're matching the climate of violence. And people don't calm down at that point. They just keep going and going and going.
Okay. So actually, hold on one second. All right, guys, we're live right now with Ching Chang Gaming, and okay. So now that we've had this talk about where the government needs to mind its own fucking business, right? That's where we are right now at this point, right? Hello?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure my stream didn't die. Let's switch this. Okay. So you're talking about, let's say, LA, the riots when it came to ICE coming in and detaining individuals that were here. Mostly, I'm going to say 90% people just overstay their visas. Nothing more than that. Am I wrong?
No. Okay. I agree with that.
So, most of these motherfuckers just overstayed their visas. Okay. So, you overstay your visa. Let me ask you a question. How hard is it to get your visa renewed?
That I do not know.
So, there's a form that you need to file. Let me, we're going to Google this real quick. And actually, hold on. Let me find the Twitch category for podcast, because now we're getting into the fun shit of it. Talk shows and podcasts. There you go. All right. Set game. Talk shows and podcasts. Okay. So now let's Google this shit. Let's go through, let's do this process of getting a visa renewed. So here's what it says. File form DS, complete the standard form from all non-immigrant visas to the United States. Schedule a visa interview or request an interview waiver, and submit supporting documents. It's a three-step process. Submit a form, get interviewed, and support submitting documents. So with that, if you're here on, let's say, a work visa, that says to me you need to send in a form. You need to interview with somebody and say, is like, okay, so I'm going to continue to work here. My employer is X, Y, and Z. And, I have this job doing, ABC, and here's my pay stubs that says this is my employment dates, this is my address, this is where I'm working, these are the hours that I work, and this is what I'm paid. How difficult does that sound to you?
That's not difficult at all.
Right. So, to a conservative person, that sounds very easy. But to the same thing, those same 3 steps are going to look like file form DS-160. Well, first of all, those forms are designed for somebody that is English speaking. The interview with a visa, requesting an interviewer, there's already a preconceived prejudice that someone says, I'm an immigrant. This interviewer is going to find any reason to throw me out. And supporting documents, well, I don't have really documents other than my pay stubs. So I'm going to sit here. I have this mentality that I am going to be rejected. I'm going to be sent back home, despite the fact that I pay into FICO, I pay into state income tax, and I do everything I can to make sure that my employment is extended. But to the same point, there's a lot of steps that I, as an individual immigrant, don't understand. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
And in that one too, I do agree with that. There are certain things that do require change. Because of course, you can truly speak on. You're the son of an immigrant. You're way more knowledgeable about that than I ever will be. I have like great grandparents, whatever, on my side. I've never really talked to about it, so I truly don't understand because I feel like I am a fully American-born person. Like I've really.
See, I am too. But we both come from immigrant families.
Yeah, but I'm saying as I've never had that really affect me. I guess per se. Like I've never had like, oh, my cousin's coming here from Mexico. He's gonna work here forever till he has to send money back home. I've never experienced that. I've never really had anyone like that. I grew up in a really small country town. Like I've never had that.
Okay.
Like I'm sure like alone like you speak what? English, Spanish, and Chinese.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that's way more than I better speak fucking English. I better do that.
Well,
I've never had to read.
I tell people that I speak English, Chinese, Spanish, and bad English.
Yeah, no shit. I speak stutter.
That hasn't been my experience with you, man. Like literally.
Yeah.
Because I think what it is, I think a lot of it has to do with comfort in who you're talking to. If it's somebody like you and me, we're very familiar with each other. Like we know each other on a very personal level. So you and I can communicate. But to that same point, if you were talking to a random stranger, yeah, the situation might be different.
Yeah. I guess what I would try, I'm not very educated in that stance.
But see, that's going back to what we were talking about. Would you agree with this? Would you agree with that? Blah, 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 blah. Everything that I was talking about earlier. The fact is that the majority of this country lacks the information that they need to make an informed decision.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think that's my biggest problem. I used to say that in this world, everyone, well, not everyone, a lot of people, they want to have kids, for example. And it's wonderful. You want to carry on your family's lineage. You want to carry on to the next generation. You want to pass on your last name. Something as basic as that, right?
Yeah.
And then on the other side of that, it takes two to tango. So you have a partner that says, you know what? Yeah, I'm ready to have a kid because I want to pass on that love, that encouragement, that, create life, all that, blah, 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 right? So on both sides of this coin, you have these two contributing parties that is going to create this life, this baby, this child, this member of Generation Beta. Because aren't we in Gen Alpha now? I don't fucking know.
Fuck. Don't ask me.
Millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha. What the fuck? I don't know. But Gen Alpha, you're going to create, the next member of Gen Alpha, Gen Beta.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Do you have the capacity? Do you have the ability? Do you have the principles and whatever you want to call it? Basically, the fortitude, the balls to say, I am going to contribute with my spawn. My spawn.
He's right.
My spawn and make the next generation better, right? And
Gotcha.
the obvious answer is probably most people are not ready to have kids, nor should they have kids. But I used to joke around and say, like, you know how, like, when you get on a roller coaster, you have to be, like, at least this tall to ride? Right?
Yeah.
So I used to joke around and say, it's like, you know what? People should go through a financial review, a psych eval, and a general, like, I don't know, investigation. It's basically the equivalent of saying, okay, you must be at least not this fucked up to breed. Like, literally, there's a threshold. If you suck less than this line, okay, you can have a kid. And God, did I catch so much shit for that.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole different thing though. Me personally, the whole kid thing, if you don't have a kid, you have a kid. If you don't want a kid, you don't want to have a kid. I get it. But at the same time, you do have to be responsible for your choices. I feel like that is a true statement, how you can interpret however you want to.
Continue, please.
No, I mean, the big thing is abortion.
Okay.
Abortion, that. Me personally, it's not. I don't support it, but I'm not against it. I understand there are incidents where it might be required or be a process of a medical solution. But I also think, like teen pregnancies, like if it's so talked about nowadays when you go through high school about safe sex, sexual education, if it happens after you weren't listening to it, you should have to deal with your consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Now it says if you want to co-parent, because I knew a guy, he had a kid when he was 15 years old, and it was fucking mind blowing. But she grew up to be a very smart young girl now. Actually, I think you should see what she be. Where does it see? 5, 10, 15, 20. So she's probably 10, 11 years old. I mean, cute kid, very smart, very has a lot of promise, a future. I couldn't imagine, like, in my mind, if they went the other route, that what she could not have been. And to me, that's something that I just don't agree with. Now, of course, there's medical instances, like, say, there's, the fetus isn't going to make it out through. It could possibly kill the mother. Like, if it was, like, a for sure thing like that one, I could understand that.
Sure. Cases
but I don't think...
like, sexual assault, rape, incest.
Yeah. But then again, it shouldn't be the case where you could be a 17-year-old couple and you guys weren't doing what you're supposed to be doing and you go out and get pregnant. I think that's a little bit different. And I've brought this before too. I've thought this idea. I actually had a whole research about this, about abortion, about how I almost thought that it has to, in order to have an abortion, it has to be medically approved. Almost not like a court, but like but you have to talk to someone, a psychiatrist or something of that level, to show why you should not or not have a kid. Almost says, I don't think you should be able to just be like, I don't want this, and then something happened, and then it wants to stop you from doing it again. It's a very weird. I have a weird stance on that. It doesn't really make sense to a lot of people how I feel about it.
No, actually, it makes a lot of sense, because if you make it too accessible, you're creating a different culture. Like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, I got drunk, I hooked up with the guy, and he convinced me not to use a condom, and I was too broke for plan B. You know, these are all very realistic scenarios. Actually, there's this one time, a friend of mine, she literally asked her dorm roommate, hey, will you go to the pharmacy and get Plan B for me? This is before you could just buy Plan B over the counter. You had to go to the pharmacy counter and say, hey, I need Plan B. And the pharmacist would have to go to the back, get the box, and bring it to you. So,
yeah,
she asked her roommate, this is my friend Melody, and Melody's like, dude, I don't want to go do this by myself. Will you go with me? I said, yeah, sure. So, we walked up to the counter, and she asked for Plan B. And the lady looks at me, like, she literally looks at me and gives me this angry fucking look. And I'm just like, oh, well, I'm going to have fun with this bitch. So I went and I found a box of condoms, a bottle of lube, and there's like, it was this film that you buy for oral sex, you know, like when you're going to go down on your girl. And I found all three of those things, and I slapped them down on the counter when she brought the Plan B. Like, I waited for her to come to the counter with the box, and I walked up to my friend Melody, and I put all three fucking things on the counter. I was like, hey, will you go ahead and put this on the tab too? And I'll pay you back later. Like, I was a fucking scrub. But I'm just like, okay, I've learned my lesson. I'm going to eat you out with plastic, or I'm going to eat you out with plastic with latex, and I'm going to fuck you with the condom. And the lady was so fucking offended, dude. Like, I was like, oh my God, this lady is going to have a fucking aneurysm. But like,
fucking hilarious.
But the stigma behind all of this is like literally going, I was like, hey, you know what? Would you rather me do the right thing and be responsible and not bring into a life into the world that I'm not prepared to, and learn my lesson and practice safe sex going forward? Or do you want to be like, well, there's this guy that used to work at the restaurant. He literally has 9 kids with 8 different women.
Yeah, I got a guy I work with like that too. I don't know how he stays afloat.
Does he have child support like a motherfucker or what?
Oh, fuck. He fucking wears his ass out. He literally works with me. His whole paycheck goes to child support. The only way he makes a living is because he has VA disability. Because they can't touch that. So literally his whole check, gone. He doesn't really see anything of that. He solely relies on his VA checks.
So wait, what percentage is his disability?
Oh, he's 100%. So he's getting like $4,000.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, that's only $4,000 a month.
I'll be honest with you, dude. $4,000 down here is a lot of fucking money.
I feel like if you really take a perspective, if you live by yourself, he has a house, he has a mortgage, So mortgage and all of his accessories and all of his bills he has. He has a phone bill. He's a brand new phone. He has a truck payment. He has to pay his insurance, and of course, and all the stuff he has. I don't feel like $4,000 goes as far as it used to.
No, it definitely doesn't. I mean, just look at your grocery bill, dude. You go to the grocery store, I remember very clearly, I used to be able to fill up my gas tank in my car. That I had a 94 Toyota Corolla. To fill up my tank, it used to cost me a little shy of $17 to go from empty to full. $17.
Yeah.
When I was in college, my parents would come down, I don't know, once a month. And the one thing that they used to do for me, because I had to pay for my college and all my shit, my tuition, my books, my fees, my housing, everything. But once a month, mom and dad would come down to Cruces, and they would buy me groceries, and they would spend about $120, and that would feed me for the fucking month, dude. A month. Like $120 used to like fill my fridge, stock my freezers, stock my fridge for a month. That literally to the point where all I had to worry about was money for beer.
Right.
Now I go to Walmart, and literally I went to Walmart. I bought 6 quarts of oil, a fuel filter. What else did I buy tonight? A laundry basket. And that shit cost me $60.
To be fair, oil everywhere is expensive now.
But
the better question is why are you buying it at Walmart? You're hurting my mechanic brain.
Because Walmart was the only thing that was open when I was finally free enough to be able to go get shit.
You buy that cheap ass oil.
No. I bought the Castrol GTX.
Alright, I mean, she ain't buying that fucking goddamn Super Tech fucking oil.
No. I'm cheap, but I'm not Asian Jew status.
I only bought it because the Prelude leaked oil like a motherfucker.
Yeah. What happened to the Prelude?
It's actually funny you're talking that. I'm actually trying to buy it back right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I actually sold it to back at Fowler, there's a Hispanic guy I worked with, and when it broke the valve off and went in there on the engine, I was like, I couldn't afford to really keep up with it anymore because it was already hit on the side and needed another engine, so I've been on engine number 3, and there was just more stuff than I can really keep up with.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember the time I wasn't working on cars anymore. I worked the front now. I really just didn't have the spare time for me to really go back there and fuck with it. So I sold it to this guy, and I told him, I'll sell it to you on the condition of, if you ever want to sell it, you have to offer me first. Mm-hmm. So we shook hands, good. And he texted me. So him and, Hispanic people are very resourceful people. Let's get that straight right now. He had found someone to fix every fucking dent in that motherfucker. He found parts for that car I could never fucking find. And he fixed the whole thing up. He repainted it. He redid some of the interior. He fixed the goddamn sunroof that was the motor was starting going on. He fixed it all. And so now he's thinking about selling it soon. And I told him, I was like, well, remember the deal we had? If you want to sell it, just offer me first. And we agreed to a number that was fair for a complete revamp of the car.
Number? What was the number?
$5,000.
$5,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty fair because Preludes right now, like if you want a pretty nice Gen 5 Prelude, they're going about I've seen from $12,000 to $20,000.
Yeah.
Now, granted, this one's been wrecked and it had a lot of work to it, so he understands, like, I'm not going to give him $12,000 for that car. So he told me how much he paid for it. He was very honest with me about it, and I told him, man, I'm fine with it. And he goes, if you want to sell it, make me a reasonable offer, and we'll work it out.
Yeah.
And he told me $5. I mean, perfectly okay with it. I know you probably have not just money to, but a shit ton of time in it too. So I'm perfectly okay with that. So he's gonna let me know when he decides if he's gonna sell it or not, because he loves the car.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy because he's a big old fat Mexican, like bigger than me. But
Wait, hold on. You say big old fat Mexican, but is he tall? Is he short?
No, I'm taller than he is.
Oh, see, that's the biggest thing. Because you remember that Porsche Boxer that I used to have, the blue one?
I don't think so. I'm trying to remember.
So I used to have this Boxer, and like I'm 6'1". So getting into that car, like literally, I would like have to like lean back and fall into the car and then pull my legs in. That's how I would get into this fucking car. And so I ultimately sold it. And so the Prelude itself, when I was younger, it was great. I loved my fucking Prelude. It was perfect for me. But as I get older, the reason I sold the Porsche is because I had a hard time getting in and out of, like, in wasn't too hard. I just fell into it. But getting out of it fucking sucked left and right testicles. It sucked balls getting in and out of that thing. So ultimately I wound up selling it. And I feel like that's the same problem with the Prelude, is because it's so low to the ground, it'd be the same issue. I have to like fall into it and like crawl out of it like a zombie from a grave.
Yeah. I feel like I never had issue. Even though I'm a fat dude, I'm pretty limber and pretty active for everything I do. So me getting out of the Prelude was never bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the only time it was bad getting out of the Prelude was like long drives. And the only reason why I say long drives is because I'm pretty sure the Prelude is the reason I have tinnitus in my ears.
Yeah.
like when I drove from Oklahoma to Colorado, I'll never forget my buddy calling me. He goes, "Hey man, where are you at?" And he goes, "Are you flying a plane right now?"
You're like,
I was like, "No,
huh?
man."
What?
Yeah. He said, "Are you flying a plane right now?" It sounds like it's a fucking rotary plane. I was like, "No, man, I'm just driving my car." Drove like that for 12 hours. I can't tell you how bad my headache was.
I will say that exhaust probably played a pretty big part of it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Sound like a fucking weed whacker.
The fact that at one point I was like, man, this is so cool. Like I was that dickhead kid. I'd go around, I'd fucking put it in neutral and just fucking redline that motherfucker. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
And be fucking page 22 fucking engine. No, nothing done to it. I never did anything with it. I just thought it was so cool. And I was like, man, I look back and I was like, man, I was such a chode.
Although,
like going to
what?
fucking
Wait. You know which car owners are the biggest fucking chodes?
What?
What do you think I'm thinking right now?
What
model of vehicle? Now, I'm not talking about like the 60s and 70s models. I'm talking from like 92 on. What car owner, like, you literally, if you pull up to a line, you know they're just fucking compensating for a small dick. I'm not talking about trucks. I'm not talking about, exotics. I'm not talking about anything like that. What particular model of vehicle is guaranteed to have a fucking some guy with a small dick behind the wheel?
I don't know. I thought you were going to say trucks, but if you're not saying trucks,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know.
I'll give you.
I guess in my mind, it's small
Uh-huh.
cylinder muscle cars, like V6 muscle cars.
Not V6 muscle cars. Think 4-cylinder up. What muscle car makes a 4-cylinder?
Makes a 4-cylinder? I think it's only.
Hold on. A turbocharged and a fucking ghetto ass turbocharger at that. A turbocharged 4-cylinder.
Well, that's not fair because Toyota and Honda make one, and so does Kia.
Domestic.
Oh, it's domestic?
Yeah.
Well, Dodge has one, or Jeep technically has one. They have the 2.4 multi-air.
Yeah. but I'm talking about the biggest fucking chodes on the road that think they're all badass because they own a.
You got me stumped, man. I worked with cars a lot, so I'm trying to think of all the people I hate with their cars.
But see, you work primarily with like Mopar shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just come out and say it. The biggest little dick compensating pieces of shit that think they're all fucking badass and high and mighty that I can't fucking stand, Mustang owners. I'm not talking about like old 60s and 70s Mustangs. I'm talking about like early 90s to like, well, current Mustang owners.
Really? I mean, yeah, I could see that.
I swear to God, anytime I was in the Evo before it burned in the fucking fire, if I was in the emo and I pulled up to a stoplight, every single fucking Mustang owner would rev their shit and want to fucking race me. I'm just like, you're dumb. This is 271 horses at the wheel, all-wheel drive. I'm going to fucking smoke your ass, right? But it doesn't stop with the Evo. I'm in a fucking Jeep Cherokee with the V6 in it, and they want to fucking rev at the line. I'm like, literally, how small is your dick that you need to race with the fucking Jeep Cherokee, which is the epitome of Jeep's, like, economy family wagon?
I mean, is yours what motor is in yours? Is it the 3.2 or 3.6 or 2.4?
3.2.
3.2. Damn it.
Yeah, I've got 3.2 limited.
If there's a 3.6, we can put a Pro Charger on it, and I can do it pretty quick.
Yeah, no, I like my Jeep simply for the fact that, honestly, it makes me laugh. Like, have you ever looked at the front end of... So, my Cherokee is a 20... Hold on, I've had the... I think it's... Yeah, it's a 21. It's a 21.
Is it 21? So there's a 3.2 in it?
Yeah.
It's a 3.6 then.
Oh, okay, it's a 3.6. Sorry. But anyways, regardless... So, a 2021 3.6 Jeep Cherokee Limited, right? Have you ever looked at the front of it?
Yeah.
What does it look like to you?
Like you talking about a little bubble in the front? Like it's got a big old overbite?
We'll call it an overbite. But like, literally, have you ever looked at the headlights and the grill?
Cut out on me.
No. Have you ever looked at the headlights and the front grille? What does that remind you of?
I'm trying to think here now, because I don't think I've ever thought anything about that. Let's see.
I saw it, and literally it made me laugh because I'm like, it reminds me of a squinty-eyed Asian with buck teeth.
You know, I literally just Googled this. I just looked at it. I was like, it looks like squinty eyes and buck teeth. I'm not fucking with you. That's what I just Googled.
Yes.
Like 3 fucking little racist cut they had in movies made back in the fucking 50s.
Yep.
Also, I was incorrect. They didn't make the 3.2 motor till 2022, so I was incorrect on that one.
Okay, I was pretty sure mine was a 3.2. But yeah, dude, that shit made me laugh. So actually, the sales guy, so he's a buddy of mine. And I was like, Eddie, have you ever looked at the front end of my car? He was like, what are you talking about? That shit is Asian. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, that shit looks Asian. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's got slanted eyes and buck teeth.
I was sitting there like, what the fuck?
And Eddie is this like, he's this, basically he's got a draw from East Texas. And he's white as shit. Yeah, well, yeah, his voice has a twang in it. And I just have to fucking laugh because he was just like, God damn, brother. I think you're more racist than I am. Holy shit. I'm just like, yep.
can't be racist with your own people.
Exactly. Like, we used to do these commercials at the restaurant, and I always ended it, you know, I always say, I started the commercial with me talking, my regular was like, hey, this is Pando. And then I would change my voice and I'd go, and this is Ching Chong Charlie, official mascot, right?
Fucking Christ.
And I always ended it as with, and to go, and for to go, the call, blah, da, 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 right? And so people still come up to me to this day and they walk in and be like, oh, hey, you know, to go the call, da, 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 you know, and I'm just like, yeah, see, that shit stuck. But I had one of my clients, he came into the restaurant, he sat down, and he started mimicking the Chinese accent, and his wife got so fucking pissed, and his wife was actually my third grade teacher. She's like, oh my God, Mike, I can't believe you fucking did that. That's so racist. I can't. And she starts apologizing to me. I looked at her, I'm like, it's okay. And I played her the commercial. She's like, you're so racist. And I looked at her and said, you can't be racist if it's your own kind. That's why black people are allowed to say the N-word and white people are not.
Right. You know, have you heard the saying that when you go to a Chinese place and there's a kid doing his homework behind the counter, taking the orders, the food was good? Was that you?
Honestly, no. Because I would get off the bus, and so mom and dad always had a staff lunch between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Like, basically, the kitchen would cook a whole bunch of food, and the staff could come in and have lunch before the 5 o'clock dinner rush.
Okay.
So at 3 o'clock, I would get off the bus, and I had to eat all my fucking food. And then once I was finished my food, I'd go to the office, and I had to get all my homework done because at 4:30, I had Legends of the Hidden Temple, and at 5 o'clock, I had
what?
Power Rangers. It was a TV show. Legends of the Hidden Temple was on Nickelodeon.
Oh, okay. You talking about the little game show one?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to TV show. Continue.
Fuck yeah. So at 4:30, there was Legends of the Hidden Temple, and 5 o'clock it was Power Rangers. And I could not watch my fucking shows until I ate all my food and my homework was done. So by the time the restaurant got busy and Power Rangers was over about 5:30, I was already fucking done with my homework.
Jeez.
I know, right?
Yeah, fuck, you're old.
Fuck off. Dude, Power Rangers came out when I was 8 years old.
Hey, man, I can't say nothing. I rocked the Walmart brand Power Ranger Tidy Whities when I was a kid. I love Power Rangers.
Yeah. But see, let's see here. You're 99?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. I'm literally 14 years older than you, dude.
Yeah, bro. Man, you're old as shit, man.
It's okay.
If it makes you feel better now, I'm starting where I work now. There's kids coming in 18 now, and I'm 26, and they call me old man. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, I am only 26, and I'll smack the fuck out of you. Don't call me fucking old. And like, oh, old man. I was like, it's a fucking full circle. It's fucking terrible.
It really is, but no, like, here's the thing that gets me. Like, you know, whenever you walk into a convenience store, they always have that signs that says, if you were born before this date, you cannot legally buy tobacco or alcohol. You know those signs I'm talking about?
Yeah, what is it, like 2005 now?
Yeah, it's 2005. 2 years ago, it said, if you were born before 2003, you cannot, this date in 2003, you cannot buy alcohol or tobacco. I'm literally going, fuck. That was the year I graduated from high school. Or that TikTok that was going on for a while where the guy walks up with like a case of beer and the cashier says, "Hey, can I see your ID?" Shows him the ID, opens up his wallet and says, "Do you need me to take it out?" He says, "No, I can see the number." And it's like, "The number? What are you talking about?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I can see you were born in the late 1900s. I'm just like, "Oh, you can eat a fucking dick for that shit."
Late 1900s is crazy.
Technically, you were born in late 1900s.
The latest of the 1900s.
Yeah, but you were still born in the 1900s.
Well, it's like when I talk to people at my job. Like, I have a very wide range of coworkers. I have kids who are 18. I have guys who are about to retire, and everything in between. So, like today, they were talking about LimeWire. Like, oh, I remember back in LimeWire. And one of the guy goes, "You don't even know what fucking LimeWire is, Zion." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I know what fucking LimeWire is." He goes, "You weren't even born yet." I was like, "I was born in '99. What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, "Oh yeah, you wouldn't understand." I was like, and I said, "What?" I was really confused.
Actually, you know what? LimeWire came out my freshman year of college, which was 2024. Right? Hold on. Let me Google this shit.
So 05 was, I think that was my dad's second deployment. Because his last one when I was in third grade. So I started kindergarten in 2004. So I got held back in like first grade, different story. It's like 4 years later. So 2008. So 2008, when my dad's last deployment, I remember he was using LimeWire and burning shit off.
Yeah. Okay, wait, hold on. LimeWire was released May 3rd of 2000. 2000 was the end of my freshman year, beginning of my sophomore year. It was released May 3rd. Okay, so that was my freshman year of high school when LimeWire came out. You were 1.
Yeah.
Actually, you weren't even 1 yet.
I'm still fucking getting them fucking decimals in. But like I remember like fucking VCRs. I remember all the cartridge games. I remember seeing payphones. Like I remember seeing like the small shit like that. Maybe I didn't get to fully experience it.
No, the question is, do you remember seeing payphones, but have you ever used a payphone?
I don't make fucking phone calls at 4 years old, bro.
Okay.
I've seen them. Well, it's like they're telling people that were talking about flip phones and texting through flip phones.
Yeah.
I know how to do that. Like I grew up poor. Come on, I knew how to do flip phones.
Hold on, wait. Do you have my stream open?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. I'm going to show you the first cell phone that I had. Let's see here. Motorola original flip phone. See, this is the first Motorola first phone that I had. Let me see.
Was it a Razor?
No. I had this motherfucker.
God damn. Dumb looking ass. You had to extend the fucking antenna on it.
Yeah, dude. And then hold on. Here's my second phone. Nokia phone with antenna. Oh yeah, this shit. I had this fucker, except for it was like a navy blue.
Jesus Christ.
And then
you guys bought my first phone, right?
Huh?
You guys got my first phone.
Really?
Yeah, I remember you guys. It was like what
and
was
then,
it?
Oh, and see, I had this fucking phone. This was the first phone with a color display and a camera. I actually really fucking love that phone. Zion, you still there?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay. Yeah, dude, I actually love that fucking phone. Like, it was the first phone with a color display. I got that my freshman year of college.
Yeah, I remember you guys had gotten my first phone I ever got. It was like it was like a Samsung something where the front it had the screen like you had the numbers and you could scroll with the big dial in the middle, but you could turn the side and flip it and you could send text.
Uh-huh.
And shit, that was back in fucking.
See, I had one of these
2012?
Samsung Windows phone. With slide out keyboard.
I'm not gonna see what I had. I remember it was a Walmart phone because we had to go pay for that.
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking for this. Slide out keyboard PDA. Where's this fucking phone that I used to have?
It was a Samsung track phone, is what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, because you could hit on the front of it.
This
you can
one.
answer and call.
This one.
You gotta. I'm trying to look at it. Hold on, you got a damn ad going.
Oh, sorry. No, it wasn't this one. That one's cooler. No.
Is that a BlackBerry? What is that?
No, it wasn't a BlackBerry. Hold on. Let me find this. And oh, it had a stylus with stylus.
Are you talking about the oval one?
This fucker. That guy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. You used to slide. It had an antenna that you pulled out, and you could slide it up, and it had a keyboard underneath it. And it was a Windows-based phone. I had that shit.
I remember I had the track phone you guys got me. Then I broke that one. I had a Razor for some reason. It was like a really outdated fucking phone. It was like a flip phone Razor. And then it was like an Android phone. It was touchscreen, but only with the stylus.
Yeah.
And you still had to flip it to the side to text.
Uh-huh.
And then I got an iPhone 3 my 6th grade year because I stole it from some dude because he called me poor because I didn't have an iPhone. So I stole his shit. And then I had my cousin jailbreak it for me. So I had a fucking iPhone.
That's the Mexican in you.
He called me poor because I was rocking a fucking goddamn Motorola Razor in 6th grade. iPhone 4s were coming out. So he was like, "Oh, fuck."
Look at this shit. So look at my stream. That was the phone that I had. Oh, I want to say my junior and senior year of college. That was right before like iPhones had come out. And then this was the model of phone that I had right before the first Motorola Droid that I had. Like, hold on, let me find original Motorola Droid. Yeah, this shit. I had that fucker too. Because it was basically the poor man's version of an iPhone. Like they literally sold to me. It's just like an iPhone, except for it's Android based instead of Apple. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. and I got it, and I've literally been an Android user ever since. Lulu still gives me shit about it to this day. It's just like, Android is bullshit. iPhones are better. I'm just like, that's a white girl mentality.
I never liked. I'll tell you this. I never liked the way Androids and Samsungs felt in my hand or how their interface was. I was like iPhones, but I always appreciated when I had an Android. Their alarm to set up to wake up was always nice waking up to. But when my iPhone had like fucking imminent fucking danger ringtones going off when I'd wake up from it.
Yeah.
I've never heard a fucking ringtone from that. They have the nice little chime on mine, so I was like, I'm about to get fucking bombed.
I roll,
Literally,
motherfucker.
it's like the siren from fucking Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clever.
Hello, motherfuckers.
My phone shit's wild. I'm actually about to go get the new iPhone. I'm buying the orange one and putting the green case on it for Master Chief.
That's fucking dope. Dude, what do you think the next Halo game is going to be like?
Man, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. The liberals have ruined Halo.
Yeah, 343 has fucked everything up.
I don't know how to say other than that, and I hate to say it like that, but it's fucking true.
No,
Like,
you're not wrong.
the idea behind the new Halo was cool, but it was done very lazily.
Yeah.
And
yeah, like
I hate
literally,
that.
if they had actually gone in and like done the open world experience correctly, instead of basically, well, I mean, waypoints. Like if they'd done the open world, kind of like, you remember I think one of the best open world games was Batman. Was it Arkham Asylum or Arkham Knight? Arkham Knight. Like that game did fucking open world right. That was the last game that
content.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
what's up, Viper?
What's up, Viper?
How you doing?
Good, man.
Man,
Good.
just saying how
I disagree with you completely.
the leftists destroyed Halo.
Okay, hold on. What were you saying, Viper? Come on.
I
You disagree?
completely disagree with you about open world Batman Asylum.
No, I meant Arkham
Assassin's
Knight,
Creed.
not Arkham Asylum.
All the way. Assassin's Creed all the way.
Okay. And see,
Gotta think about how
honestly, I
completely
never got
open
into
world it is.
Assassin's Creed, but I was talking about like, the last open world experience that was like truly good in my mind was Arkham Knight.
It's great, but like I said, I would say if you want to go true open world where things feel great and destruction feels good while walking around, Origin did justice. Like they did such a good job with Origin.
Okay.
But that's just my take on things. I agree with Arkham Knight, but yeah.
You know what was actually, in my mind, one of the best fucking open world games? When they released Spider-Man 2 on the Xbox, I think it was Xbox 360. Yeah. The second Spider-Man, it was like came out in conjunction with the movie with Doc Ock and everything. And like literally that game was like one of the first open world games where like you literally went around and there's like random fucking like, oh, this guy's got fucking road rage. You got to go beat on his fucking car until he stops. Or like a random mugging where you had to like stop. And then there's like the main story that you follow. That was the first, I think that was the first open world game that makes sense to me.
The first open world game that I remember playing was Scarface. That was a really good open world game.
I didn't play that.
Oh my god, it's like Scarface or Grand Theft Auto. That's what I think of when I think of open world games.
GTA is always like it's one of the tops, no matter who you are.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But there's just so much more. I don't know. I feel like Halo underperformed on that, and they're trying to make up by adding new content to it, but it's already too late.
It really is. They fucked it up.
The other thing I noticed that's also good open world was the Star Wars
Yo,
Outcast.
Zenith, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Barry Lobby, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome, guys. We're just over here shooting the shit. Feel free to chime in the chat.
Oh my god.
Did you ever play the Matrix, game on
Reloaded.
Xbox? No, not Reloaded. What was the Matrix game on Xbox? Hold on.
It was Reloaded.
No, it wasn't Reloaded. That was the name of the movie.
No, they made it as Matrix Reloaded. It was a game. I remember it. It was you run through the lobby and you've got to do all the bullet time and shit.
Enter the Matrix.
Into the Matrix. Yeah, Into the Matrix. Oh, fuck,
Yeah,
that's great.
The Matrix for PC.
Speaking of games that are coming back out right now that are really popular when I was growing up, I remember, I don't know if you guys ever
Old
played
games don't download.
Did you guys play Xbox 360 indie games at all?
Some.
No.
Listen, so when I was growing up, indie games were so popular because those games were like 99 cents or $1, whatever you want to put on, and they were coming out these crazy games made by people who were made by like big companies like Activision, Treyarch, and DICE. They were just small companies. And they had this game that I remember so well. It was called Castle Miner Z. I don't know if you ever heard of that before.
Mm.
And the game was cool because it was like a Minecraft block style game, but you fought like zombies and dragons and aliens, and you could mine stuff. You could make like AKs and M4s and bazookas. Super fucking fun game, but that's like my peak childhood for the 360 days.
See, my peak childhood for the 360 days was Crackdown. Actually, Crackdown is the reason why I bought a 360, and then Halo 3.
See, I was a PS boy when I was a kid. Xbox was not even in my window back then.
I always liked Xbox.
Off?
Peak for me, probably game was when I was growing up was Modern Warfare 2, Halo Reach, and then Castle Miner Z. And there's another awesome there too, but like Halo Reach was by far one of my favorite games of all time.
And see, I didn't care for Reach.
Oh my god, I fucking played the shit out
But
of it.
at what age did you start playing that? If you don't mind me asking.
I think Reach
I
came
was out of high school and I was already working. I had my third job when I was that age.
to have fucking pubes in 2010.
You did not have pubes in 2010.
That's what I'm saying. I did not.
2010, I was busy planning having a child, dude. Hell. That's crazy.
Yeah. Actually, in 2011 is when I started my business. Holy shit.
You know, because the reason I'm asking is because my son's just started playing the Halo series.
Uh-huh.
And he's 12, so he's loving it. He's absolutely loving it.
Well, actually,
him and I go and we play Halo
they're
together.
actually getting ready to reboot. They're doing a Halo Combat Evolved Reloaded.
It's going to be interesting. I want to see what they're going to do with it.
Combat Evolved to like this new generation. It's going to allow us to keep getting stories from the Halo universe because literally Halo